Hello everybody. Oh my gosh. Running late. Got sidetracked. Now that's all dirty. Hang on, bear with. Oh. Right, I do apologise. I am very, very late. I sort of got sidetracked. I can clean that because it's as grubby as anything. Oh, there we go. Right. Hello, B. How are you? I'm just going to plug this in. Oh my goodness me. Hang on. About the last minute scramble. Right. I don't even know where I threw my... Oh, here it is. I threw my iPad as I came in. Oh my God, it's after 7:30. Just breathe, Fiona. Just breathe, my darling. Right, we're just going to turn this down. So, come on in, everybody. We are 6 minutes late. We're actually 9 minutes late. Holy moly. So, there's 10 minutes of your life you're never going to get back. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Fiona and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come in here on a Tuesday night at 7:30 and do a little bit of live crafting, a little bit of fun. Now on Sunday night I showcased a wee mini album that I had been making. Oh my gosh, I got so many messages. Can you please show us how to make that album? Can you please show us how to make that album? So guess what we're going to do? We're going to make the album. So, yeah. No, sorry, Barbara, you didn't miss me. I'm just running around like a headless chicken. And then I broke a nail as I was coming in. So I was like, nah. Okay. So let's just open up the iPad so we can see the comments as we're crafting. So, no, you're not late, Nikki. It was definitely me. It was like, holy moly. I was actually chatting away to Bart and then just got next minute. Right, let's do this. Okay. Hello, Jacinta, Leslie, Kay, Gigi, Nikki, Barbara, Linda, Jenny B, and B. Yay! So, yeah, lots and lots of people did message me about this mini album. So, I've made a lot of mini albums over the years, and this one's really quick and easy. Like, if I need to do a mini album quickly for a gift, then this is my go-to one. So, I'm going to, turn the camera over. And I'll show you some ones that I've done in the past. So I'll just flip that over and flip that down. Turn on my handy dandy lights. And we'll get into it. Seeing as we're running late. Sorry about that, folks. And hopefully you can see my... So over the years, as I say, I have made a lot of albums. A lot of mixed media ones as well. I mean, this one's getting a bit beaten up now. But this is one I made many moons ago. It's got a little buckle on here. There was a big flower there, but that's come off. But it just goes to show you, you don't have to make gigantic albums. These are quite little. This is all about Eden when he was really, really little. And just having lots of photos in one place makes life nice and easy. And it's something that you can have on a shelf like a book. You know, you don't have to have a whole 12 by 12 album. He was such a wee, well, he's still adorable, but he was such a cool kid. And this is back in the days of actual cameras that you had to go and get the film developed. So, yeah, lots of fun photos of my wee man there. And I like to try and take lots of photos of the same thing, so you're getting a theme going. And then Christmas, of course, is always nice. So, yeah. And then another one I've done is... I do like to use chipboard and make a hard covered one. So here's one I'm just going to quickly flick through that I've made. And it just has pocket sleeves that you can put lots of photos in. And then I have made, this one I think I have shown you. This one is the accordion album. So this one opens up and this way and then this way. And then all the pages... I'm pretty sure we've done this on a Tuesday Tech Talk. So that's the accordion one. It all comes out. But of course, when it's in the book, even though it's accordion, you can turn it and have the pages going this way, like that. So it's really, so you turn it that way, look at the, and then you go back the other way and you turn the pages the other way, if that makes sense. So they are just some of the albums that I've made over the years. This one here is a fun one that I made. I brought a lot of these manila folder covers, and then I've just turned them into little flip-flap albums. This was my very first trip to Cairns back in 2017. And then just using the tags as pages. Very simple little album. So yeah, you can make albums out of anything. Right, but we're going to make these albums, which I've made 2 now for my Orlando trip. So this is what we've got. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a pyramid album. So don't worry too much about all of the measurements, but if you can take screenshots as we go, that would be really helpful. But I will, oops, throw that away. I will be posting photos of all the measurements. So if you can take a screenshot, I don't know if that's straight or not. Is it in the picture? But this is what we're going to use. That's the DSP to decorate it. So if you took a screenshot of that, and then we might be able to get that one next to it. And this is the cardstock measurement. Now it's all in inches, okay? So whenever I do scrapbooking or mini albums, I work in inches. But when I am creating 3D projects and cards, I work in metric, just to confuse the bejeebers out of you. So if you can take a screenshot, by all means do so. Evelyn's there. Yeah, sorry, I was late. Right, so I'm going to put those to the side. So the first thing you're going to need is some cardstock. When I first saw this album many years ago, she used 12 by 12. I was like, oh, I'm not buying 12 by 12. I always just jump down to A4. Okay, and I think from memory we use 4 sheets. 4 sheets of A4. You're going to need your trimmer, the best trimmer in the whole entire world. And bear with me, because there is a bit of cutting to be done. I'm not going to decorate the album with you tonight completely, because that would just take up too much time. So, bear with me as we go through. And actually, if I put the measurements here, you might be able to see them as I work alongside. So, the very first one, I always start with my biggest, is 7 inches by 7 inches. Now, keep all these because they're going to be your smaller pages. So, 7 by 7. Now, these little pieces, you know, just keep them in your scrap stash. You can use them for tags or whatever, but you're not going to need them for pages. So, we have our first piece here is a 7 inches by 7 inches, and we score it at 1 inch. Okay? And then I like to fold as I go so that I can see, you know, where I'm at. So, I'm going to put that down in front of me. The next one is, so what we're going to do now, while I've got your attention, is we're going to go down, one side is going to go down 1/4 inch, and the other side is going to go down 1/2 inch. So every time we make a page, one side will be 1/4 inch smaller, the other side is 1/2 inch smaller, and you'll be able to see that as we go along, okay? So the next piece, we're going to go down 6 3/4 by 6 1/2. Here's a wee tip. Always do the smallest measurement on your longest side. Does that make sense? Mary Lee, hello. Josie, hello. Oh, Lynette, something's happening there. It just goes your name over and over. So the smallest measurement is 6 1/2 inches. So we do that one first. So 6 1/2. Keep this. It's going to be another page later. Turn it round and do 6 3/4. Hopefully you can see this on the... okay, so that bit there can just go over with our scraps. So on our longest side, so this is 6 3/4 by 6 1/2. On the longest side, we do our scoring 1 inch. Okay. Look at you. Oh, they're just plastic, $6 plastic ones from I was bored last night. $6 plastic ones from Kmart. And one just pinged off, so it's just sitting there precariously. But I found them as I was tidying up. So, as you can see, we went 1/4 inch smaller and then 1/2 inch smaller. This time, 1/4 inch down, 1/2 inch down. So the next one, 6 1/2 by 6. Just remember, cut your smallest measurement on your longest side. So this is the long side, and we're going to pick the smallest measurement, which is 6. So that's going to be our first cut. So 6. And then we're going to go 6.5. All right. So the trick to this is always do your scoring on the longest side. So 6.5 by 6. We put the longest side at the top, and that's the side we score. If you remember those simple little rules, it will be a beautiful pyramid. If you get it wrong, it's going to look like a wonky ship. Okay, so one more piece here. So the next one is 6, and I'll bring it in. You can see we've gone down another 1/4 inch. So we've gone to 6 1/4 from 6.5. And on this side, we drop 1/2 inch. So we've gone from 6 to 5.5. So the smallest measurement is 5.5. Pop that in on your longest side. And then turn it around. That was 5.5, yep, by 6 1/4. Now 6 1/4 on these trimmers is a little bit of a pain. It is just before, so there's the crease there. It's just, you can see there's a little line just before it. If you've got the trimmer, you know what I mean. Okay, so that's scrap, but that's, and so here we go, 5.5 by 6 1/4. So 6 1/4 is our longest side. That's the side we score on. We put the longest measurement across the top and we score it. Are there any questions? Christine, hello, hello. No? Okay, so there's 4 pages. You can start to see the pyramid coming together. Right, so there's 4. So the next one, we don't need any more big A4 because we're going to use the scraps now to carry on. So, which is the bigger one, that one there. So the next one will be, so we're going to drop 1/4 inch. So we go from 6 1/4 to 6, and we're going to drop 1/2 inch. So we go from 5.5 to 5. So this one is 6 by 5. Cut the smallest side first, and then by 6. So 6 by 5. And then because this is our longest edge, we put that at the top, and that's the scoring. And they all get scored at 1 inch. Every one 1 inch. Okay. So bring the piece of paper back if you feel like you need to see it again. So we just did the 6 by 5. Now we're going to drop 1/4 inch. We're going to go 5 3/4 by 4.5 because we drop 1/2. So we find one of these pieces here. What's that one there? That one. And we're going to go, you know what? It's 5 3/4. Not quite. All right, we'll do it that way. So I think that's the next one. So we're going to go, we're going to cut our smallest measurement, which is 4.5. Because I'm thinking of wastage. I don't want to waste too much. So that's a little bit of wastage there. So 4.5 by 5 3/4. Like so. And then that's a nice piece. We'll use it as a tag. And because we've got our longest side, that's the side we score our 1 inch mark on. Okay. Right, so that goes there. And then the next one, we're going to drop, once again, we drop 1/4 inch. So we go from 5 3/4 to 5.5. And we drop 1/2 inch, so from 4.5 to 4. So I'm just going to stop there. You can keep going. You can just keep going and going and going and going. But the base of the card is 6 pages, but I'm going to do one more for you. So this time we are doing 4 inches. Oh, I've got 2 there. Oh, no. 4 inches by 5.5. Okay, and then we're going to score that on the long side. Right, makes sense. And that's enough pages for now. But you can keep going and going and going and making as many as you like, okay? So, but at this stage, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I've done 9 in one of them. So now we need to make a cover, which is going to encase all of this. Okay, now you will need another piece of A4. So I'm using cloud cover. And all you need to do is cut this, so put it into your trimmer in portrait style. So on the short edge, you're going to cut it at 7 1/4 inches. Okay, so you end up with a piece that's 7 1/4 inches that way by the length of the A4, whatever that may be. Was it 29.7 something or other? So we need to do a couple of score lines. The first one, as you can see here, we're going to score this big piece at 6 1/4 and 6 7/8 of an inch, and that is so that we create this. We're creating this spine bit here. Okay, so 6 1/4, like so, and then 6 7/8, which is just basically, what is that in centimeters? 17.5 centimeters. It's just before the 7. If I can show you, it's pretty much that line there before the 7. So almost 7 inches, but not quite. It's a god-awful number. So then we'll put that back in there, and voila. Okay, and give that a score. And then you'll see that we have that like that. Okay? So we should have 6 1/4 front page. Yep. So as you can see, it's not big enough. Like, if you use 12 by 12, it still wouldn't be big enough. So you have to cut a panel to go on there. Now, as long as the panel is 7 1/4 inches, I like to go about 2 1/2 inches. Okay, now what have I written there? Yeah, I've put your second piece should be 7 1/4 by 2 1/2. Okay, so I'll show you how easy it is to get it on properly. Right, so that's our extra bit. So this is where some people get muddled. If you are trying to glue this on and you're trying to hold it and it won't line up properly. It'll be an absolute train wreck, trust me. We need to make this piece from that fold to the edge 6 1/4. So all I do is I open it up like so, and I put this fold here, the one closest to the shortest end, on 6 1/4. So I just sit it there, which is there. Okay, so there's my, as you can see, and I need this piece to line up there. Okay, and then I know from there to there is 6 1/4 inches. Does that make sense, or have I confused the bejeebers out of you? I'll bring it down a bit closer so you can see. So all I did was on the short side, I put the score line on 6 1/4, which we know is just before that crease in the trimmer. Okay, and what you could do if you think it's going to move, you could put a little bit of, yeah, I'll even do it so you know what I'm talking about. Get a little bit of washi, de-tack it. Always de-tack your washi. So I'm just going to sit this here, and I'm just going to mount it. Oh, probably a bit too close there. Hang on, over there. Right, so that's not going to move. And we've got our other bit. So this is where the fun starts. You grab your glue or tape, whatever you prefer to use. I'm going to use glue, and if I get it going. Oh, what's happening there? Sorry about that. I just I left it out and it jolly well dried. So what I like to do is I put a little bit of glue down the edge of the end of it. So that edge there. Whee, nice bit of glue there. Then I'm going to put glue across one edge of this, like so. Whee. And then I'm going to put the non-glued side, so this side, up against the brown line on my trimmer. Tuck it up there like so, and then it's perfectly the right, and of course it's all touching that nice straight edge. Does that make sense? Is that helpful? I do. You've all gone quiet. Oh, thank you, Deirdre. Hey, Cherry. Everyone's in dead silence. I've still got everybody. So that is the best way to get both sides the perfect size. That's 6 1/4, so put your score line on 6 1/4, stick it down with washi tape so it doesn't move, and then cut your panel. Okay, so that's that done. Right, so then take your washi off. Right, now we're going to put the pages together. Really, really simple. I like to start with the biggest one first. So I fold, and you should really be using a bone folder to make these edges super crisp. If I had one on hand, that would be great, but I don't. So I'll just use this new plastic fingernail. So then I'm going to grab this page. So I've tucked that flap underneath. So that's gone underneath. So I'm now going to do the same here. I'm going to tuck it underneath like that. And I'm going to grab my glue. And I'm going to put adhesive on the flappy bit. Like so. Don't be shy. But you can use good, if you're really good at lining up, you could use that red, you know, this stuff. You know, whatever that's called. I forgot what that's called. Sticky stuff. Okay, so there's the fold. You can see there's the fold. Then you put this fold face and you just stick it on top with a little bit of a border on each side. So about the same. Now, if you're anal, you can get your pencil out and you can make sure, but I just kind of eyeball it. And that is that. So there you can see, nice straight edge, and we've got a little gap there and a little border there. Then you get the next one and you repeat the process. And that is how simple this one is. Super simple. Oh, thank you, everybody. Good to see you're all... It is a good tip, hey, Leonie? Hey, Leonie, your parcel went off yesterday. That should arrive at your place any day. So happy punching. Thank you so much for that. And the other punches have arrived, and I have misplaced the list of who ordered what. So until I find that, I don't know who ordered. Somebody ordered 2. I know that, but I can't remember who. So if you ordered 2, I think that might have been Joy. Oh, I don't know. I'll have to... I wrote it on this really nice piece of paper and pinned it to my wall, and then it's disappeared. So I don't know where that's gone. So as you saw, I just folded it over and glued it down. But you just got to make sure these edges line up beautifully every single time you adhere it down, okay? So fold it over, put some glue on there, and away you go. So that's that one. And I'll do this. And we are going to be running late because I started late. So sorry about that. Too busy jabbering. Me? No. So there you go. That's that one. Which is next? This one? Yep, that's the one. And that's how easy it is. Like, this is the easiest, quickest album. I mean, I made 2 last night just while we were sitting at the dinner table. I sent one off to Eden today with all of his tree climbing competition photos I'd been sent. So I finally got them all together in an album for him. So he will be able to have that album. And it doesn't take up a lot of space. Like, you know, it's quite a nice size album to give to someone, and it's not going to like hog up a heap of space for them. He doesn't have a lot of space, so so there. He has broke his mama's heart, as all young boys do. He sold his car and bought a bloody motorbike. Yes, so, you know, you just kind of hope and pray that he stays on the thing. It's half that I'm not too worried about his riding capabilities. It's unfortunately a lot of people just don't look twice now for motorbikes, and they're not as big as a car. When you fall off, it really tends to hurt. Believe me, I know. Right, last page. So put the glue on the tab, fold it back, put the fold on the fold. As long as all the folds are together, you can't go wrong. And can you see how quick and easy that is? Easy as, eh? Like, super simple. So it looks like a pyramid going down. And then we've got this lovely straight edge here. So now we're going to bring in our album cover that we made earlier. I like to put the join at the back. You know, nobody wants to see the join on the front. So basically, all you do now is that last flap that was on the first page. You're going to cover that with adhesive. And then you're going to go ahead and stick that sucker down. And I suggest you put the album together before putting the paper on, because the paper covers up all the joins. So now this score line here, we're going to go on this, that's our gusset. So you just go up to, if you're holding it like this, the first score line, okay? And there's a nice little border that goes all the way around. Okay. And then I like to just open it up, you know, like so, and just really push that glue on that. So when you start putting your paper on, the paper will cover this little flap, and then the paper will cover this flap, and so on and so on. So you won't see any of those hinges. They all get covered with the paper, and that is it. That's how simple it is. Do not adhere. Don't put any glue on there, okay? That's supposed to stay so that it opens, and then it opens down onto the following page, okay? I mean, if you're not an album maker, I appreciate that. Not everybody likes albums, but this could be like a gigantic birthday card, and you could put birthday photos, or each person could have a page to sign, like if you were a group of people giving a card. It would, even though it looks like a mini album, you could certainly turn it into a birthday card or some sort of celebration card, and lots of people sign it. Or you could have like fun photos and yeah, all sorts. Imagine if you were to give, if it for a kid, I know lots of parents now, they give them gift cards. You could have like a $10 warehouse one and a $10, I don't know, what an EB Games one, and you know, and you could have little notes and things. So it's got a lot of potential, I am not going to decorate it, okay, because that would just take up far too much of your time. But as you can see, this is the second, so that was the first one I did. This, I think, no, that was the first. This is the second one. So this is the second one. Once again, I used the paper, and I've kept it all. So I've got 1, 2, 3, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 on this one, okay, and then I even did a wee flip flap on the back. So loads of photos, great way to get lots of pictures in, lots of fun ways, and I just love how it all folds over, and yeah, that's how easy it is. And you don't need to do a hell of a lot of decorations if you don't want to. This one here, I did quite a bit of these little tags because I wanted to put notations on each photo, and I will do that on the other one, she says ever so confidently. But yeah, so that is, and then they're going to go on the shelf looking like that, and then I'll make another one, and I'll stack them all up on the shelf. So this will be the next one, goes next to it. As you can see, I have put designer series paper down here. If you wish to do that, it's 1/2 inch, so it's 7 inches by 1/2 inch. So I'll bring those measurements back quickly one more time. So this is the one that we would use next for decorating. So these are the sizes of the designer series paper. The first measurement, 6 inches by 7 inches, you actually need 4 of them because that's your cover. So front and the inside, and then inside, outside. So that measurement there, you need 4 of them, whereas all the rest, you just need 2 of each, okay? Because it's just that page there. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. And to be honest, you don't even need paper if you're going to load it up with photos, because as you can see, the photo, like, you only get to see that much of the paper. But hey, I still love it. Okay, so that is for the DSP. And where is the other one? Oh, here it is. And this, so take a screenshot of that if you need to. And then that is the measurement for the card bases. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. But I will put these measurements on the post tomorrow. And then, yeah, have a go. Even if you're a card maker, not an album maker, it's still a fun thing. You might decide you don't need, you could just put 4 pages inside it. And just have a wee brag book of a grandy or something. But anywho, it's your project. You don't even have to do it at all. You know, that's what I'm saying. Because I do know album making is not everybody's cup of tea. And then, of course, I've got all these scraps here, which are going to be fantastic for making tags and all sorts, little journaling pieces. So we went through 4 pieces of A4. So not a bad priced out album. You know, it's not using a huge amount of product. So there you go. Right, let's turn this away and talk about the prizes. Right, turn this off. Hang on, bear with me. Oh my goodness. What are we up to? 8:01. Hey, that's not bad. We've caught up. That's not bad at all. Oh, hang on. Oh, I tell you, everything's just falling to pieces. Right, stay. Put that up there. There we go. I made my first album. Oh, yay, Lynette. That's awesome. Linda loves it. Yay. And Dot loves it. Excellent. Oh, cool, Raywin. If it's the round ones, it was for, hey everyone, if it's the round ones, it was for me. Oh, excellent, Carol. I think it was. I think they're, no, because we did a separate order for you, I think. I can't remember. We'll sort it out on Friday. And by Friday, I might find the piece of paper. And it was a really pretty piece of paper. It's not like just a plain white. It was a beautiful piece of paper. Those flippin' craft room fairies have taken it. You know, the ones that flog your scissors for about half an hour and then they bring them back just to annoy you? That sounds like a song, Falling to Pieces. You're not wrong, Barbara. You're not wrong. Oh, God, I've run out of water. I also want to say, I did get Happy Mail the other day. This is a brand new stamp set. I haven't got it. But now that Anne Garthwaite sent me this card, buying it. Because isn't it cute? Love it. Thank you, Anne. She's inspired me to spend money. Right. Let's have a look at the winner wheel doodah. So we had 22 entries. Now that was the card. Hang on. I'll just reach. Oh. So this was the challenge. You had to make a card that had the wee peekaboo hole in it. And you guys smashed it out of the park. So well done. We had 22 entries. Raywin, Gigi, Deirdre, Jill, Elaine, Leonie, Anita, Glennis, Nikki, Jenny B, Beck, Carol, Jan, Joy, Lynn, J, Anne F, Elizabeth, Marilyn, Linda, Lynn C, Barbara, and Christine. I could do one each. Absolutely, Jacinta. And with the, you know how we've got that alphabet die that has the whole alphabet on one die? It's, this one here. So we've got a die that makes these. It's perfect for putting down the spine. Put their name, and they will just fit perfectly. You can put their name down the spine. So, yeah. Just thought I'd share that little bit of information. Right. Yeah, make great grandbaby brag books, absolutely. Right, so you know the deal, everybody. Congratulations for entering. Thank you for entering, because it certainly does help. And it would look really boring with just a few names. I remember when I first started this, it was like 6 names on the wheel. So I am ever so grateful to everybody that enters. So you know the drill now. It's time to cross your fingers, cross your toes, and rub your lucky knickers. So here we go. Tonight's winner chicken dinner. I'm going to peek round the corner. Ooh, like a peeping Tom. Could get into trouble if I did things like that. Oh, it's the 2 L's. Which one's going to take it out? It's the new Lynn. It's Lynn. Well, I don't even know where the new Lynn's from. Well done. I think it's Lynn Connell. I hope I've said that right. And if I haven't, I do apologise. Just shoot me later, Lynn. Let's see if we can Facebook stalk her. And that sounds so bad. We're just going to stalk you on Facebook, see where you're from, Lynn. So thank you so much, and we'll get a prize out to you. I've got my prize bucket here. I'm just trying to find where I've done. I've gone too far. Oh, there it is. Lynn, I think she was down the bottom. There were some beautiful cards. You girls really did smash it out of the park. I mean, Beck from Australia, she's always like, don't put me on the wheel. But look at what Beck did. Isn't that beautiful? That's that DSP we used at the retreat in Southland. Right, where's Lynn? Lynn. Here she is. Can I stalk her that way? Oh, no, I can't. It won't let me do it. Oh, poos. I have to go to normal Facebook. I'm just, before I announce the prize, I need to know where you live, you see, because, is it the same Lynn? No, that's a different one. I've got 2 Lynns here. Hang on. Oh, is it my Lynn from, Oh, look, I'm going potty. I could have sworn it was just L-Y-N-C-O. L-L. I'm going to have to go back to the other page. Look, I know I'm holding you up. Please don't let me hold you up. What I'm saying is if you don't live in New Zealand, I need to figure something out. I'm just quickly going to find you again to see how to spell your name. Where is it? C-O-N-N-E-L-L. Right. So, L-Y-N-C-O-N-N. Oh, I've just forgotten it that quickly. My brain is fried. Oh, E-L-L. Because I have a Lynn that comes to my classes. And, oh, it is the Libin. On one of her Facebook pages, it's got, oh, hang on, no, I'm confused because it's got L-Y-N-N-E and on the other one it's just L-Y-N. No, I think there's two of them. I'm getting confused now. N-N-E-L-L. So we're going to click on that. No, I don't get anything for that. So, Lynn, if you're... Oh, it is you, Lynn. So there's a... Because the one I'm looking at has got L-Y-N-N-E. And you come to my class, right? But there it says L-Y-N. And now I'm confused. Confused? I'm always confused. Yay, it is you. Right, let's give you... She's amazing. Why do you confuse me? It says L-Y-N-N-E. And that says L-Y-N. Love it. Right, Lynn. What are we going to give Lynn? Should we give her one of the new kits? Or oh, she's just starting out. Hang on a mo. What have I got in my stash? Okay. She's kind of new to it all, so why don't we give her something pretty spectacular? I've got to make sure she hasn't already bought it, though. No, bugger it. I'll give you a kit. I've got these new kits, Lynn. And one of them, I've got two of them. That's by your side. And that one is birthday. I've got two of the birthday fancy ones. So I'll open mine so you know what you're getting. And then I'll give you the one that's unopened. The kits are fab. They really are fab. You can take them anywhere. You can craft anywhere. Oh, good. I'll see you on Thursday. There's a two. I know. It's all right. Just means we can't stalk you, darling. Oh, okay, so this is what it looks like when you open it. You get a Lost Lagoon ink pad or ink spot. So you get one of these. You get a beautiful stamp set with a whole bunch of sentiments on it. And in here, you get a roller tape, glue dots, and you get an acrylic block. Envelopes, cards, everything you need to make all these beautiful birthday cards. So this one is opened. That's mine. I'll bring you this one that's still wrapped up beautifully to class on Thursday. I hope we see your mum too. So there you go. Congratulations. Oh, God, what a night. I've just been like running around like a headless chicken, actually. Beautiful day today. I put Mum in the wheelchair and I pushed her around and around the streets, you see. I had to make sure I brought it home. So, Lynn, I have used my handy dandy pen and post-it notes from Michael to put your name on there. And I've spelt it the way I know how to spell it. And that's coming to you. It's a beautiful kit. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for entering. Yay! Oh, should we all bugger off now? I think so. Look, tomorrow I will have a post on all the measurements on how to do that beautiful wee mini album, or it could be an extended birthday card. It doesn't just have to be a mini album. Think outside the square. If you're in the Southland area on Thursday, we have class at Invercargill Squash Club. Otherwise, if you're around Mataura on Friday, we have scrapbooking and card making in Mataura on Friday. And I hope you all enjoyed tonight's chaotic session. And I will have a sketch challenge up for Friday. And then we will gather together again here at 8 p.m. Sunday night. Thank you so much for joining me. Truly appreciate it. You guys are legends. Bye for now.